Alright, so let's take a look at what is happening in the picture once again. So the first thing is they split... Whoa. I think I need to go back more. There we go. Okay, so the first thing they did was the same thing that we talked about, is they put 40 hundredths. They did a little bit different. So they took the 4/10 and turned it to 40 hundredths. All right. So the first thing they did was they split their 4/10 into 40 hundredths. So they knew that they could fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5 hundredths, or one whole, and then 5 hundredths in each group because there's 8 groups. So we could fit the first 8 holes. So that's what they did. They put one hole, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes, and then 5 hundredths, 10 hundredths, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we've gotten rid of the 4/10 through the 5 hundredths in each group, and we've gotten rid of 8 holes. So that left us with 4 holes. They split the 4 holes into 40/10. That made me go cross-eyed. And then they split the 4/10 into each group evenly, and it did not fit in the circle. But there we go. There's 5/10 in each group, so we have one hole, 5/10, 5 hundredths, one hole, 5/10, 5 hundredths, one hole, 5/10, 5 hundredths. And over there on our algorithm, 1 and 55 hundredths, which is the answer. So our quotient is 1 and 55 hundredths, as you can see. And basically, when we added that 0 to our long division problem, we turned our 4/10 into 40 hundredths. That is the same thing as what happened in this step way over here, where they turned the 4/10 into 40 hundredths. All right, so let's move on. There's the algorithm. And as they showed you, we got through and we had 4/10, and then when we add that 0, it turned the 4/10 into 40 hundredths and allowed us to split 5 hundredths in each group. 40/10 and 4 hundredths turned into, or the 4 holes turned into 40/10, and then the 4 hundredths turned into 40 hundredths, or the 4/10 turned into 40 hundredths. I need to read better. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. 2 and 2/10 divided into 3 groups. All right, so 10 and 2/10 is our dividend, and we need to split it into 3 groups. I'm going to use DMSB. 3 goes into 1, 0 times. Division step, 3 times 0 is 0. By the way, try this one on your own, and if once you get your answer, come back. Press play. All right, so 1 minus 0 is 1. All right, and then we bring down. So we've done all of our steps once. 3 goes into 10, 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. And then we're going to bring down our 2. Remember, it's just a wide 12. The decimal point isn't coming down or anything. All right, so 3 goes into 12 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. So we're going to bring up our decimal point. So 3 and 4/10. Checking our work, 3 and 4/10 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. We have 1 decimal place. So we have 1 decimal place in our answer. That looks good to me. And then finally, if we're going to do the picture form, we are splitting into 3 groups. We are taking 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2/10. 1 2/10. All right, and splitting it into 3 groups. So obviously the first thing we can do is split our holes. And also, if you know that 3 times 3 is 9, then you know that 3 holes would go in each group. And then we would have 1 hole and 2/10 left over, otherwise known as 12/10. And if we split up 12/10 into 3 groups, that would be 4/10 in each group. So we have 3 holes and 4/10 in each group, which matches our algorithm. Hooray!